Thank you.
So, hey, everybody, welcome to another ICCN podcast. This episode, we have a very special guest joining us today from the farm itself, Fourth House Genetics. How you doing today, bro?
Dude, I'm doing great, brother. How are you?
Not too bad, bro. Got my coffee made and the birds are chirping and finally it got done raining, last night, but it was nice while I was sleeping, it raining throughout the night. Plants needed it outside anyway. But I will say we need a sunny day today. I would appreciate that.
Where
Uh,
like where are you roughly located? Like as far as like what part of the country?
um, I'm more down by, I guess you can say, in the Kansas City area.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, y'all. Oof, that's humid, man.
Oh
That's
yeah.
dude, that's ridiculous. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes whenever I go to work or just depending on what the weather's doing, you just see a whole bunch of fog roll off the river and stuff. It's
yeah.
humidity is definitely uh up all the time here, but nothing like whenever I went down to Texas, man. That was
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, Texas is bad, dude. All the way down along that Gulf right there, I-10 and I-20 and everything going through man, that's yeah, it's rough, dude. All the way through Alabama over to Florida. Man, it's like wow,
Yeah,
you
you're
know.
saying you're talking about the fires and stuff. How's that looking? Is it clearing up?
Oh man, it's great, man. It's they we had air quality of 500 here the other
Hmm.
day, which I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. I didn't think it went past like, I thought it was like 100 on the scale or some shit. I really didn't know. Like fucking 500. It was like I couldn't even see, like I have a video of it if you look on the channel. I have a video. It's like you can see it's like the sun was like a little tiny orange ball, like you could look right at it. It was kind of scary, bro.
Oh man.
For a minute there, I was like, man, I wonder how everything's gonna finish. But it actually just kind of diffused the light, and I have like an incredible amount of bud sites outside. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's actually kind of worked out. The only downside though is that smoke can carry spider mites for a distance, man. They can ride the ash and shit.
Wow.
And yeah, bro. And I was like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, man, I don't want those Canadian fucking, motherfucking mites. So
Hitching a ride over to your plants.
fuck that. So yeah, but it's all good. Only one plant really kind of got shaken a little bit. And I just went out there with some high pressure water and sprayed it off and seems to be doing all right. Tied out everything, man. I got one plant out there that's like fucking 8 feet wide right now, about 6 feet tall, and
Yeah,
just like,
bro.
oh man, it's gonna be fun.
That's your chocolate fondue, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It
Oh
is.
man. So I actually wanted to get into that at some point of this episode and might as well be right now since we're talking about it. So your chocolate fondue, let's talk about a little bit about that. Because I know that you used uh well, before we get into the genetic side of it, like, is this your first run of the chocolate fondue or um
This is my fourth year running the chocolate fondue
oh hell yeah, bro.
outdoors. Yeah, so this is I've been selecting for 4 years on this one. I do quiet work on stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the one I've been looking for though. Is it's got the sweet it's got a sweet smell to it, like like some candy or something, but not like in the way you got the candy gas now. It's not like that. It's like a chocolatey or like a dessert, smell. It's really nice, but it has like a funk to it. Like it's like kind of wrong. It's like
Mhm.
that doesn't really go together, but then like the gas just ties it all in. You know what I'm saying? It's like the room in the dude's house, man. Just it ties it all together, ties the room together, man. And it did. This is the pheno I've been hunting for. Like this is the one. It's huge. It's going to yield like hell. Like I mean, even if they're small buds, dude, it's going to be a million of them. And it doesn't. And everything I've told me that I've worked with in the past on the chocolate fondue, every pheno I've had, none of it has been a small yielder by any means. Just nice strawberry sized nugs or bigger.
Yeah.
So
Awesome, bro.
um,
Um, Oh, go ahead if you if
No,
you just say
that's pretty much it though. This is the one I've been searching for. So this is the one I'm gonna be refining moving forward, so to speak. I'm gonna be trying
yeah,
to get into a seed form. So
nice, bro. Nice. I was gonna ask, so yeah, you gonna take cuttings of it and then just kind of work on finding a like a good male for it, or
yeah,
to
that's what I've still got the this is a great female, and I've got my chocolate fondue male that that I keep around. Um,
mm,
they just just been kind of like back crossing, just trying to
yeah,
keep. And so that's what I'm doing with this one, and just gonna back cross one more time with this, and I think we should be about there, but we're gonna see, man. I'll give it some more time, but I think we're about there. I think I might have it almost in seed form available, like with this pheno. I mean, I've got like F3, like chocolate fondue, like in seed. Like right now,
yeah,
I've got a few packs left. But I've been kind of just holding on to them because I've been wanting to work them
yeah,
because I
bro.
just
I
wasn't
mean,
satisfied.
and it's it becomes pretty cool on a different level whenever it's kind of like your own strain that you're working on, and you got certain goals that you're working towards, and I don't know, it's just a cool project. So if someone did get a pack of the chocolate fondue, um, what would they, or what would you expect them to find?
Okay, so there's a range in like a standard. I give 20 packs of seeds. Like so that's my packs have 20 in them, just to give you that, a little extra chance of finding some shit. But you're gonna find gas. Like it's gonna be some kind of gas in there. Like it's gonna be like either sewer gas or like propane or kerosene. There's going to be some gas in there, but the gasoline one that I just found is like that's like a rare one. Like it's like super rare. Like I haven't found that one until now. But you're also going to find blueberry and baby shit. So you're going to find like one you're going to find one when you walk in the house, like it's going to smell like blueberry baby shit, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? I don't know if and it's really it's sounds gross, tastes way better and smells way better than I can describe it. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. My wife kind of hates it, like whenever it's hanging. She's like, that shit's fucking disgusting. Like,
oh man, yeah, I think if I remember correctly, that you were the first one I remember saying something about finding like a baby shit pheno,
yeah.
which was pretty really interesting. I know people have also talked about like the dog shit phenos from blues packs and stuff, but yeah, man, um, you know, I wouldn't be scared to try it, really.
That's fair, dude.
Right. But so um over the course of creating the chocolate fondue, you want to kind of like go over the process of like how it came to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So it starts in Georgia, man, down in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia, in a little town called Tiger. Like sounds made up, real town, like 400 people in just the middle of nowhere mountains. I felt safe enough to like breed, like I didn't have anybody. I mean, we had neighbors, but we were on top of a fucking mountain, dude. Like so it was
Right.
like nobody's really. So I'm going through my selections up there, and I was like, man, I really want a blueberry sativa. That just sounds so fucking nice living up here. You know what I mean? Like wake up, smoke some blueberry sativa, get to work in the mountains. That sounds wonderful, right? With
Oh
some
yeah.
coffee and shit. So I was like, well, let me look around shit. So of course, DJ Shorts, Blueberry, started with that. Then I got a fucking awesome female out of that. It was a 13 pack of seeds. I got it was the purple blueberry one, man. It smelled just like some fucking blueberry syrup or something, just like really, really blueberry. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I was like, now I just need a good fucking male, to do this. And so I got me the Darkling Sativa from Kingdom Organic Seeds. The Rev. You ever heard? The Rev.
I'm sorry, I don't, but
Okay,
I
check.
should definitely check them out after
Yeah, the
this.
Rev is a legend, bro. He's Canadian and shit. He's fucking awesome. But anyway, he came up with that. That's like Vietnam black. crossed with a few other things. I can't remember everything right now, but it's a real fucking like heart racer. And but it finishes, rather quickly for a sativa. But that was the male I used, because I found one that was like a pretty stout little short male that was, it wasn't the quickest expression of a male. It was about the middle one that was like, hey, hey, I'm a male. It's like, okay, you're a male, but you're short as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of cool because I don't have the space to like fucking grow giant ass, sativas. So if you got some sativa traits, so I did that. I did the pollination on an 11-13 cycle. Dude, by the way, I didn't buy any equipment in Georgia because you could go to prison just for having that equipment. So I made all my shit from like the Dollar Tree. I took and Amazon. I took like the fucking like the 7 light fixtures that hold A19 bulbs and went to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, and got the 100-watt equivalent LEDs at the 3000K spectrum or whatever, and fucking ran those for my flower. I ran 900 true watts though. And it was like 900 true watts of like 14-watt bulbs. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean?
If a Frankenstein, build set up, I like it. Hell yeah.
I had to do it because I just didn't want them to be able to like, so I piecemealed it, anyway. It worked out, and I was running an 11-13 cycle, and it finished out pretty good, which would actually bring out more sativa traits in the cultivars. I learned that from DJ Shorts and some of his essays and shit,
Hmm.
which is pretty neat. So I saw the expressions. Yeah, man. So I selected my male from there because I wanted a good male, for breeding with from there, and I had my Blue Ridge Berry, which is that was the male that I kept from that breeding, and we moved up to Michigan. Like not even fucking 6 months after that, it was like, hell yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. So we moved up to Michigan because we went and visited, and we loved it, and we moved up here. Took a year to sell our house, but while we were doing that, we were renting a place, and while we were renting the place, my friend in Detroit, she was getting out of the business of growing because she had just, she had been doing it forever and was just kind of fed up with it. So she gave me all of her equipment and retired, and I started growing for her. But she gave me some clones, and she had hot cocoa. Hot cocoa comes from Pistol Positive Creations. His name is Levi. You should check out Pistol Positive Creations, man. They got some great legendary shit. But fucking I was like, man, that shit smells awful, in a great way. And so I crossed it with the Blue Ridge Berry in a little closet, along with Great Rock Candies and Banana Buttercups from uh, THC Titan, Square One Genetics, and then also fucking Bonkers V1 from Mike at Exotic Genetics. And I crossed, all of them with the Blue Ridge Berry, and that gave me my 3 starting commercial type strains, so to speak, that are, the flavors. Like, so it gave me chocolate fondue from the hot cocoa mix. That gave me dweebs from the bonkers, and then gave me grape schoolies from the Great Rock Candy times banana buttercups. And
Awesome.
those have been my 3 staples, so to speak, that I've been working since. And
Yeah, I've heard you talk about the grape schoolies and now the chocolate fondue. So now I'm uh connecting the dots a little bit.
yeah,
Uh
yeah.
man, um that's a hell of a story. I don't know if I'm cutting you off from telling any more of it. Was that it?
Yeah,
Or
that's the yeah, that's how it started. Yeah, that's the genesis of chocolate fondue for sure. That's the origin of it. But yeah.
oh, awesome, bro. Damn. Definitely definitely uh has a pretty cool story, I mean, now I mean at least you know you you took the time to you know uh go after certain things that you're going after rather than just um breeding just to breed, just to get seeds. And I don't know, you had um something in mind while doing it,
Definitely,
so
bro. Direction. Yeah, direction is like,
yeah.
I was like, man, fucking, I want that. I want, see, like the reason, okay, so you're like, why blueberry, right? Why blueberry? Well, I love blueberry flavor, first off. It's fucking awesome. But blueberry is known as breeding true, bro. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but like you can breed a blueberry against something and you can spot the blueberry amongst the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, that's the blueberry dominant right there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just tell them like amongst like they'll show blueberry. They breed true. You know what I mean? So like it's going to like so I wanted a male that was going to have those same traits that I knew it was almost predictable, what it would do. And that's why I started with some blueberry stock, and then, but I wanted it sativa. So that's why I went with the others. So, but it took some work, but yeah, that's why. So just in case people like, that's why blueberry besides the flavor.
Yeah. Awesome, bro. But did you expect to well, whenever you first started growing, did you see yourself being where you're at now?
No, because like I was very nomadic. I would go from rental property to rental property, filling it out, doing my thing, move to the next one, from state to state, and until I got married and like bought a property, bro, I never really even considered having like a farm and actually getting into growing like everything, fruit trees, vegetables, everything, bro. And it's like no, it actually I didn't, and breeding led me to where I am as far as the patience required and like and observing and just waiting and that left my mind open to find the person I was supposed to be with, so to speak, and it really recentered my focus on life. And yeah, no, I never would have shit 6 years 7 years ago I would have been like, nah, man, I'm probably gonna just be in Cali or Colorado or the next, legal state I can get to and do some growing and shit. But no, like, settled down and just actually like building like a real work, like a real, stable, you know what I'm saying? So to speak, like a real, library or a
Yeah.
toolbox, I never really thought I would, it's awesome. I really enjoy where I am in life right now. So
I'm glad, bro. Yeah, it's pretty amazing where, this plant can take us. And it seems, as I'm kind of looking at the broad spectrum of things, whenever someone, I don't know, it can lead you to a lot of great places that you never expect to be,
it's
and
exactly.
meet incredible people. And yeah, man, it's just an awesome fucking plant.
It
But
it did. It made me honest with myself too about who I am, and like what I'm willing to like I'm not willing to be anybody else, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that was very important for me is figuring out like, no, man, this like no, cannabis is me, dude. This is what I mean? Like this, no, I love it a little bit more than just smoking it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, so that's
yeah, no, for sure, I get that. It's definitely you know, more than just, a plant. It's definitely like just of um a part of me at this point. I can't um yeah, it's just a part of me.
yeah. Hey, no,
But
I feel that. Yeah.
so speaking of the farm and everything, so let you want to kind of go into like anyone that's listening, um let them know like what is Fourth House Genetics?
Okay, that's a great question. So it starts with the name origin. Fourth house is in astrology. It's the house of family and building and and long-term investment. In such things and growth. And I was like, man, that's fucking perfect. That's where I want to a legacy. I want to. But the the farm, Fourth House Genetics is it's our motto is we got mamas to help. You know what I mean? Like, so it's basically like, man, what we're doing simultaneously is a play on like, like with the males. that I breed. I'm making these mamas into something that are great. Making awesome seeds from them. But like generally, like people out here with with ailments, and mamas out here with ailments trying to get by, and like Mama Pistols is my she was my mentor, and she was the one that I did an interview with her on my channel. You can check it out on YouTube, Fourth House Genetics. But she's the one that gave me all of her equipment when she retired and everything. And and I started growing, and I was like, you know what, I'll make stuff for her, um, to help her out, like specific shit, you know what I'm saying? Because she has so many ailments. And my mama, has like arthritis and lupus, and then my mother-in-law has rheumatoid arthritis and all this other shit. And I'm like, man, we got mamas to help,
Yeah.
so so I wanted to breed strains that really helped, genuinely feel better,
Yeah.
And my wife's mother of, mother of two. So she's anxiety. And so basically Fourth House Genetics was started on like trying to genuinely just like create shit to like help the women around me in my life to make my life easier, like,
Awesome, bro.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Really, like, to help to like, I was like, I'm just trying to like make these strains to like make everybody feel better. And
Yeah,
then
we
I
got
started,
mamas to help.
we got
All right.
mamas to help, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so,
I get it. I dig it. I'm smelling what you're stepping in, bro.
hell yeah. So that's what been my focus. And that's why I started looking for some old school stuff too, like running blues. So that's why I needed skunks and all that other shit. Cause, I'm trying to like get into the medicinal aspect as far as like really helping with like ailments. And like any of my strains, man, any of them are gonna, they like, except for dweebs. Dweebs is like a really daytime smoke, man. You can smoke that motherfucker any time of day. It's good, it's great, but everything else is gonna pretty much like, you're gonna be pretty stoned, bro. It's not like, I'm not gonna say it's gonna put you down and make you not want to do shit like other people say, because I know we're smokers, bro. Like, what I'm saying? But dude, you're gonna be feeling it like while you're working and shit, like, which is great. I love that. I need that shit. I don't know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
so
no. No, I totally get that because I honestly like really do enjoy smoking while doing stuff. Honestly, like my knees, they look like they're from two different legs, bro. They're just fucked.
oh
So it's like
no, man.
I tell you what, like so sometimes it feels like, I am just lubricating my joints or something like that after I smoke a joint, while doing some of that work and just makes everything a little bit easier. So um yeah, bro. And so speaking of your work and all that, so well, are you providing packs for people to buy?
Seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If anybody, needs any seeds or whatever before November, hit me up on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and shit. Just direct or email me at Fourth House Genetics, spelled out Fourth House Genetics, all one word, lowercase, at gmail.com. And I'll hook it up, man. I'm just gonna play it cool with the hemp ball. I'm still gonna be working and making shit because I know it's gonna come back. I know people are gonna be like, oh shit, we weren't doing shit whenever it was like, not legal, and then now we don't have anything to show for it. But like I'm gonna come back whenever it comes back, man. I'm gonna be back with a vengeance. I'm gonna have some shit that I've been working on, and I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna be doing this shit, but I'm gonna try to help people out and get as much as I can out to people who want to get it before the time's up, before I can ship it out of state. Now, if you want to get it in state, that's no problem because that's the hemp laws that is across the interstate lines. You know what I'm saying? So like, as long as you don't go, if you want to get it in Michigan, man, come holler at me, man. I'll meet you in person, and give you packs. So
Awesome, bro. Yeah. So if anyone is listening, now you know where to go to get those amazing packs from Fourth House. And yeah, bro, like with the hemp law, I'm glad that um I honestly didn't know a lot of people were stepping out of the spotlight, but it's gonna be people like you that are still providing uh people with seeds that they need with, while also breeding with intent, and just keep that going because I honestly just cannot see them like if this bill goes into effect, okay, but like I really just can't see how they're going to stay on top of everything to where it's like you're gonna get caught or anything like that. I don't know. Like I just uh
I don't either. I don't either. But like, I don't know, man. It's like I don't put it past the bastards to charge you per seed. You know what I'm saying? Give you a fucking, like it's a 20 pack of seeds, they give you a fucking felony per seed or some shit. I don't
yeah,
put it
that's
past
tough.
them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because the wording is so vague in the
Yeah.
law, and I'm like, oh, you bastards, you did that to
Yeah.
leave it. You left that for play, didn't you? But for sure, Duke Diamond, man, he ain't afraid of the penal system at all. You know what I'm saying? That man's been to prison a few times. Duke Diamond's from Dominion Seed Company.
I've heard of his name. I haven't really checked out that his work specifically.
Oh, dude, he does some really funky ass work. I'm not gonna lie, that motherfucker shit hits hard, bro. And he's a fellow Southern boy like me, man. He comes from the Blue Ridge Mountains and shit like me. But that motherfucker, he's been to prison a few times, and he's like, nah, hey man, I'm gonna lay low for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna charge people. So he's like, I ain't gonna be the example.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's how I kind of feel. I'm like, I'm with him. I'm like, nah, so yeah, if you ever get a chance though, man, go check out, like, if you could find like anything, his shit. Okay, so I'm gonna say something about Duke, man. I don't really, I got a lot of breeders that I admire, but man, Duke is like, his packs, the way he did his packs was like the coolest shit I ever seen. Instead of like just Mylar and all this other dumb shit, it was like, just some printed up paper in there with like, the strain description, but it had all the details and the info on the back of it. So everything you didn't know, the plant morphology, the fucking time it takes, fucking what to expect from the phenos, like, and all that shit written on the back, like a card, like a little postcard type, shit printed up. And that was simple, man. With it stapled together at the top in a plastic bag, like a little comic book type,
That's cool,
protective.
bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that's simple, like
Yeah,
that's the
bro.
way to do it, man.
Yeah,
I,
and like, we always gotta keep them. At least I try to keep in mind the people that um are sourcing seeds for the first time. Like that. I never seen anything like that come with any of the seeds I've gotten. So for someone that is getting into things for the first time, that could be very beneficial.
yeah,
And it's something so simple. It's just a piece of paper stapled onto it, and you know,
there you go. That's
yeah,
that's that's simple, bro. It's like that's the way. I mean, why, and I think that aesthetic too gives it like a homemade type feel, which feels fucking kind of cool in this day and age. Like I mean, it really does. I mean, it's kind of like, it's like, hey man, somebody took the time to fucking staple that shit. Like, right,
yeah.
like,
No, I'd
you
be I'd be
know.
thinking of shit like that too. It's like, with everything being all robotic and automatic anymore, just someone as simple as someone simply putting a staple, on something or stapling something together. It's like, okay, I like that. Handmade, homemade, whatever.
Dude sitting there at his desk or whatever, fucking, all right, there's the card, there's the bag, fucking soup, soup, click. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, dude. I feel you,
Yeah,
bro. Like, so, uh, yeah, no, that's just a shout out, man. He's one of my inspirations because he did, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. As far as I got a lot of funky ass shit, but Duke, man, Duke was one of the first to have the. He's about 10 years older than I am, so he had a little bit of a start on me. But yeah, he had some funky ass shit, man. But tell you
awesome,
what,
bro.
man. Nowadays, man, the shit that I've been working with ever since I got Blue Skies, man, fucking dude, it's over with, man. I've got the funk now, bro. Like, like Chad Westport sends people to me now, man. He's like, hey, man, you want funky ass shit? Go to Blue Sky. I mean, go to Daniel, like, because like he, and he gave Blue Skies a shout out too, which squashed some beef. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome, bro.
yeah, it
I
squashed
oh,
some beef. So he was like, nah, man, he's good work's good work.
yeah. No,
So
I is that on a YouTube video somewhere?
Yeah, like fucking I did an interview with him about a year ago. You can check it. It's episode 183 of the Real Cannabis with Chad Westport. And he
Okay, cool.
squashed we squashed the beef right there or whatever in the
Awesome,
yep.
bro. I definitely want to check that out, and just, um, because it just seems like anyone uh uh with a lot of credibility or publicity in the community or whatever kind of leaders, however you want to word it, just haven't really I never seen anyone say anything about blue, so I definitely want to, just check it out and you know uh
Yeah, he's him and Blue have had it out in the past, man. You know, Blue will do that, and Blue will absolutely like, he'll come at people, and so yeah, like he says some things and then people get upset but he's just saying the truth, he's and it's just people are sensitive and you can't it's hard, it's like it's a very sensitive line. You can't like, compromise who you are, in this world and everything, but it's like a way to like come at people and these days, unfortunately, that we have to do and in order to give him and he, and but anyway, we got it squashed, man. It's all good and like but now it's known, where it all comes from. It all
that's
originated
good.
with blue, and then now I've got it in America. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. And so it's established. Like
Awesome.
on fucking yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Because I was like, man, I want to just fuck this shit. Like this is how it went.
It's
He does.
officially in the history book.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Blue deserves all the fucking credit, man, like for that shit. Like, and I just been working it for the past 3 years,
Yeah,
selecting. So, which, hey, man, by the way, volume 3 of the Skunk Steps drops Halloween. It's gonna
awesome,
be
bro.
hell yeah, it's gonna be badass because this time it's one male and one female. And
Uh-oh.
that's been down from dude. I worked it down from 25 to to 13 to fucking one on one, man. So it's gonna be badass.
Yeah,
So
bro. Yeah. Oh, uh and people can just reach out to you how you previously said to grab those off you.
yeah, man, absolutely.
Awesome.
Anytime. Just 4thHouseGenetics at gmail.com. That's just lowercase, all one word spelled out. YouTube is 4thHouseGenetics with the letter 4, the TH, Um, and I'm doing a series right now. I'm going up against Mendo Dope. They acknowledged it and everything. They're like, bring it on, bro, and shit. So it's me versus them for biggest trees. They might win because they're in Cali and shit. But I'm gonna get them next year if I don't get it this year. But I'm just trying to grow the biggest fucking plants I can outside, man, versus them. And I'm on episode 6 right now. It's up on YouTube. It's Monsters of Michigan is the
Yeah,
name of
bro.
it.
That's something I've been wanting to talk about, and because I've been trying to follow up as much as I can on the Monsters of Michigan, and so you got the chocolate fondue, uh, and do you got anything else that you're using to compete with?
Yeah, I've got chocolate fondues in the run against their. I'm actually putting that up against their sour headies, Mendo Dope's sour headies strain, and also up against Emerald Mountain Legacy's tar pit times oil spill. Um, and then I got grape schoolies running in the mix as well, and yeah, but out there, that's my two that I got out there. I've got a few other things. Oh, and I got my skunk steps out there on the hill too. Grape schoolies is huge and everything, but I'm mostly doing that for like the pollination on Raspberry Ridge over there. It's like where all the raspberries naturally grew, so the soil's perfect over there, and it was natural like a ridge, and I just put them up there. They get all the sun, all the wind. It's fucking great, and but that's where I pollinate and make my seeds over in that. But I got the three monsters that I'm growing that are big over on the other side where I cleared for them. And that's what I got over there is my chocolate fondues in the running against those other two Cali breeders. Just trying to see, man, what I can do. So far, man,
Yeah.
chocolate fondue is winning, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's so far, it's winning, man. Tar pit times oil spill is really bushy. She's like probably gonna be 5 or 6 feet tall by the time she's done, just like a real bush, but fucking chocolate fondue is gonna be that's gonna be a 10 footer at least and then Hetty's is going to be a monster. That's at least a 10 footer too, but yeah, it's not going to be as wide as chocolate fondue. So, but yeah,
Awesome.
dude, Hetty's and chocolate fondue like are right there. Like as far as gas, dude, fucking a. It's just different gases, really, because they're both gassy as fuck. The sour Hetty's, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. That shit's super gas. It's like but it's not like gasoline. Uh, it's uh it's like a jet fuel or something, you know what I mean? It's like a you know what I mean? It's like a higher octane type shit. It's really fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Um so
Awesome, bro.
especially in the sun, it's really potent smelling. So but yeah, I love all the shit I'm out there growing right now, and I only fed twice this whole season, only watered twice this whole season. And because the compost and the top and the covering, soil cover, everything just kept everything wet. Michigan's only one of 5 states that isn't in drought right now, which is unfortunate for the rest of the country, man. I really feel bad for them, but uh, yeah, we've been getting plenty of it's rainy as hell right now. I'm with you on like we need a sunny day.
Yeah.
So
The past like 2, 3 days have been pretty cloudy, if not, you know, cloudy and rainy. That's basically it. But
yeah,
yeah, and I so yeah, so yeah, if anyone is interested and wants to check out the Monsters of Michigan, go ahead and check out Fourth House Genetics YouTube channel. It's a pretty good series, and we wish you the best, bro. Hopefully, everything turns out the way you want it, and yeah, I mean, nothing but good results.
I appreciate it, man, because I'm going up against some fucking OGs, man. Them motherfuckers are some fucking growers, bro. Them motherfuckers, we all know they are, man. So.
Man. So we talked a lot about you breeding and everything, but we haven't really talked about how you got started in breeding. So would you want to share with us how that went?
Yeah, absolutely. It was okay, so I grew up around the Allman Brothers family and shit down in Georgia. A lot of old hippies, a lot of motherfuckers that just grew weed out in the river banks and creek banks, and they always had weed and shit. Um, and there was an old guy named Jamie, and I've talked about him before, but he's the one that taught me pretty much fucking everything, like the basics. But he was a diabetic. He was losing his finger. He played bass, man. He was losing his fingers one by one. They were cutting them off from he was from diabetes and shit. He had like 3 fingers left, and like 2 fingers left, like no, like the thumb and the 2 fingers, and he was plucking the bass like that. And
Man.
yeah, shit was crazy. Anyway, he taught me. He showed me. I was curious because he said, "Man, I got some purple fucking weed." And I was like, I never seen no fucking real purple weed growing. So we went down there and he picked the seeds out, and it was like, and there were seeds in it, and they were tiger stripe seeds. Like I'd never seen some shit so pretty. I was like, man, that shit's gorgeous. What the fuck? He's like, let me show you. So he showed me how to do it. And I was like, well, hell, if I can do that, I'll never have to fucking buy shit from I'll never have to buy shit from anybody. So I was just doing it myself, just in the woods, just every year trying to do it just so I'd have some weed for next year. After that, I was 16, 17. My mom caught me one year and, and it was because
Uh-oh.
I was being stupid. I had brought in a few seedlings upstairs, just because I was afraid they were, it was going to be a little too harsh. I was like, I'm gonna get them, like inside, make them stuck. Man, fucking, she found them, and like, man, she's like, dude, if your dad found this shit, you'd be dead as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I pretty much moved it out of the house from there on. And yeah, just I started making seeds so I could have something to grow. And then I got intentional with it later on, as far as like, hey, I'm gonna look for something, special. But I would just throw out batches of seeds, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever I got. And but eventually I was like, man, I want to breed for intention. And that's kind of where the Blue Ridge Berry came from years later. That was like shit, what, fucking 10, 15 years later, after just growing, just fucking growing to have smoke, that I decided this is, yeah, I could do my own shit, like, and it just felt like, and I had the thought, man, like there was a guy that had a Van Gogh painting that he stole, and he kept it in his basement and shit for years before they found it. And I'm like, he didn't sell it. He didn't do anything with it. He just had that fucking Van Gogh painting in his basement. I was like, man, wouldn't that be cool to have just like a strain like that where it's just like so fucking cool and nobody knows that you have it. You ain't trying to sell, just something that's just yours, your own Van fucking Gogh in the basement. And then kind of like, and that's kind of where it started for me, was that thought. It's like this, I don't care if anybody else, I just want some weed that nobody else has, just knowing that I have it. And that's when I started getting intentional with it. And yeah, but I guess that's a long-winded fucking story, but
No, bro. I mean, that's that's awesome. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a story if there wasn't a story behind it. I guess. So no, that's cool because I like you know you got into it whenever you're really early, really young, and then like um just over time, like it sounds like you didn't really refer to any material. You just kind of knew. You took what you learned from your from that older generation and applied it and just kind of um improved over time. You know?
now I'm gonna be honest though. Like when I did start growing indoors when I moved to Colorado for the first time, I had never grown indoors. Like it was a new thing to me. So I got a book from a secondhand like head shop, and it was Jorge Cervantes, the Growing Bible. And
Okay.
I read that shit, and I was like, okay, yeah, and it made me understand some of the shit I had been doing, and maybe say, hey, I mean, I could maybe do some shit I've been doing a little better, you know what I mean, or like, or whatever, or differently, or whatever. So I got an understanding of what I was doing from that book once I read it, and then later on, once I was breeding, uh, I started reading. I read fucking marijuana botany um later on. But when you start, yeah, I did run for years without any fucking understanding of shit until I went indoors, because that made me have to like shift gears, and like I had to control the environment at that point. I had never done anything like that. And I was
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous. And so
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I learned, I've applied a lot of shit over the years, but yeah, that I started with like hand me down, like just fucking old man shit, and then yeah, I learned later more refined shit. So
Awesome. So if you had to pick like the top three things you know now that you wish you would have knew at the beginning of your growth journey, what would those be, if any?
um that the weed prices were gonna drop so drastically within a short amount of time, like they did. Like I wish I've been prepared for that. Um that that everybody and their brother was gonna try to like jump on board, um like all the rich people, like we're gonna jump on board and Chads and Brads and buy everything up, and then pay so little for like skilled workers with knowledge. And if I had known that, man, I would have like never voted for legalization. You know what I mean? I would have never been about it. If I had known this was the route, like if I thought this was going to be the route.
Yeah.
Um, and then thirdly, Uh, Shit, man, I would have started organic from the get-go. I would have just gone like I would have just man, it's so fucking easy compared to like doing like the bottles and like just trying to keep up with the pH and like fucking like all that shit or whatever. I would have gone organic from the get-go, man. Like them motherfuckers out there were running general hydroponics and shit like by the creek beds and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like throwing throwing a three-part down like, like in the fucking pots,
Oh yeah.
and like in like fucking Miracle Grow and shit. So I didn't know no better to start. I was doing what I thought was okay. But I would have started with what I do now, which is just so simple, man. Rice hulls, fucking native soil, and some good ass compost. That's my mix. That's my soil mix, bro. I just go out, dig some soil up, mix it up with some compost, throw the rice hulls and that shit, fucking call it a day. Fill up my bed and
Awesome.
stuff.
And I see that you be brewing up some tea. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Dr. Earth, bro. That's that
hell yeah.
shit, bro. That's that. I'm telling you, man. All these other motherfuckers charge so much, dude. They're like, and then like I look at Dr. Earth, and it's like food grade. You know what I mean? It's like you could basically eat Dr. Earth, like right out the bag. It's like pretty good, and it's like, so I'm like, yeah, hell, why? But like, I tell you what, though, man, with shipping on shit right now, it's crazy because like I ain't giving any plugs to anybody, any names or anything. I'm just gonna say this, man. It was $400 for 100 pounds of fertilizer they wanted to charge me for shipping. And that was from everywhere except for one place, and it was $200, for 100 pounds of fertilizer, with shipping and everything. But dude, that's
Oh
crazy. I was like $400 for 100 pounds.
yeah.
That's insane, dude. Um, so shipping is really fucking up people trying to get. So if you can like source locally is what I'm trying to say with all that. Basically is like if you can, find if you can get a deal, great. But if you can't, just try to source locally on compost and all that, and make your own teas if you can. I found that great deal, dude. I was like, shit, I'll take that right there.
You got
But
to.
yeah, yeah, because I was like 400 fucking bucks. What? But I don't really use it as much. Like that'll last me a while. I don't feed very often, honestly, because of the like after a couple years of the soil building and everything, it starts to be like kind of like a water only type situation. Um,
Nice, bro.
Outside, like indoors, it's a little different. You got to keep adding teas and all that shit. But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, awesome, bro. Well, I definitely want to switch or move towards the organic side of things whenever I'm done with these bottles, and yeah, probably um, taking everything that I hear into consideration, along with everything that I've been told previously, and gonna see what is around me locally and try to figure something out. But yeah, man. Um, and
Yeah,
with,
no, not hating on bottles though. Sorry, not to interrupt. I'm not hating on bottles, man. You know what I'm saying? If you do that shit right, man, that shit's right. You know what I'm saying? It's just really hard to fucking. It's a lot more difficult. It just is a headache. In the end of the day, and it's like even if you're like, man, it's not that difficult compared to organic, dude. It is such a fucking headache. And that's all. That's the only reason. I'm just a lazy son of a bitch, man. Like really, like.
no, I
So,
mean, really, like, yeah, the whole pHing and I can't find the word for it. Scared, or I guess of man, that's not the right word, but basically, like, yeah, I used bottled nutrients in my whole journey, but I know that it would just be a lot more simpler from what I've heard, if I do make that switch. And really, I want to be able to reuse my soil and everything
yes,
instead of having to, yeah, rebuy bags and stuff.
cheaper. Way
Yeah,
cheaper, dude. Yeah, way cheaper. I forgot that part. Way cheaper in the long run. More expensive on the front end, way cheaper in the long run.
Yeah.
Like straight up, bro. Like that is another thing too. I'm a broke son of a bitch too. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm lazy and I'm broke. Organic was the way, bro, for me. But like, you know, if you're like in like apartments or something like that and shit, it's much more difficult. And
Yeah.
bottles are clean. They don't leave any smell. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking nice, you know. So it's so clean, like laboratory shit. So it's like, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely multiple ways to skin that cat. It's really whatever, you know, floats that person's boat at the end of the day, you know.
I've
Um,
had killer hydro, bro. Killer fucking hydro.
yeah.
So, you know.
So we've talked about blue a little bit, and I kind of want to shift gears into that direction a little bit more. So uh I want to start off by asking like how did you get introduced to Blue Skies and his work?
Okay, so I think that like a lot of us did, which is like the controversy of people like fucking hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'd heard James Loud mention. Okay, so this is like honestly the tipping point for me actually checking his shit out was I was listening to the James Loud podcast, right? And this motherfucker uh, said they were talking about they were going over the old school strains and shit at the end of the show, like shit they missed or whatever. And it's like, yeah, skunk, man, whatever happened to skunk? I don't think anybody has it anymore. And who has it, you know? And James Loud's like, Blue Skies Vienna, you know, I think he, you know, he has it, uh, but anyway, you know, and they just moved on, you know, from there. And it was
Okay.
like, oh wow, hey, you know, like what the fuck? Like that was a little brush over and just move on. Like let me check that shit out right quick. So I went and I talked to him. I was like, hey man, I heard about James. I heard on James Loud, you know, like they mentioned he's like, and his first response was like, "Hey man, fuck James Loud," you know. And I was like, okay, I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, fucking, we started talking or whatever, and I bought 100 pack, 250 packs of seeds at the Turktown tickets.
Nice.
The version one. And you know, I started going through them, and I popped all 100 at the fucking at once, you know. And I went through them, and I just started giving him like reports on shit, you know,
Yeah,
on like what I was finding.
what did you find in
Dude,
those?
so much fucking shit, dude. It was like I had a hard time nailing shit down. You know, I had to sit there with my notebook and like fucking like take notes on it as I'm smoking, you know, to like fucking try to, you know what I'm trying to like, and I mean weird shit, bro. But I found a lot of limes and lemons, like of all types of, you know, in there. Like it's like, but there was this one that was the strangest of them all. And me and my wife were sitting there smoking it. Oh, and it had okay, so it had like a fizziness to it. Like it was like a okay, so like you know, like soda, like when you drink soda, how like the fizz on the tongue and shit. It was a lemon lime soda, man, just like that when you smoked it. And Blue said that there was like after I told him that, he said he had one that was called the orange fizzy sherbet, which is like what he said it did the same shit. It had a fizz on your fucking tongue. And I'm like, that's the weirdest shit I've ever said. I said I felt crazy telling him, you know, like that shit has a fizz on your tongue, man. But then I also feel crazy when I tell people that my, you know, my chocolate fondue, my dweebs, and my grape schoolies all have like a lace texture to them when you smoke them, which I can't describe, but my wife says it too. It's like, no, it's like you're smoking lace. It's like it feels like the material lace, you know? It's like it's crazy. I can't describe. So it's like it's hard to describe certain shit like that. But that was the wildest shit I ever found was that fizz on the tongue, lemon lime soda. It's like Sprite or 7 Up.
That's
I
crazy.
yeah, I found kerosene was one I found that was like straight kerosene, bro. Like just wow, you know, like a kerosene burner, you know. Um, let's see. The solvent? I can't think of the name. Acetone. I even
Oh,
posted
okay.
that one. I even posted that one with the song by what's her name? Mud Crutch or not Mud Crutch? I forgot the name of the band. Fucking anyway, but yeah, that song. And that strain, it was fucking awesome, dude. it was almost hard to smoke. Because it was like, I mean, it's hard to get through like a joint of it. Cause I mean, you sit there and like, you just zone out like after like, a few hits or whatever. And you're like, oh shit, this shit's still, it went on, it went out, fucking
Got
pretty
a
cool.
1 inch long ash from, just
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one that would do that, bro. And it wasn't like it was an indica where you're like, or nothing. It was like your brain was running, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you look down, you're like, oh shit, and I like that one a lot. I still got that one in seed form. I managed to isolate that one.
Nice,
So
bro.
I still got that in the vault. I might do some more work on that one here soon. But I got let's see, I found sorry, dude, I'm so baked this morning. It's really nice. I got a whole report on there, like what I did with strawberries, dude, strawberries. The strawberries and it was strawberries and engine coolant, like
Ooh,
machine coolant, like like when for like a metal lathe or like whatever, drill
okay.
press, whatever, it's like that, like oil and water type mix, like where it's just like kind of greasy, and that shit was awesome. But with strawberries, like a sour strawberry on it. Lots of funky ass skunks. I mean, like just all of types, the dead skunks, the skunk ass, the skunk spray, uh, just all kinds of fucking skunks, funks, vomits, um, man, all kinds of shit. It was wild. I couldn't, there was one, it was funny, man. I had said, it smelled to me like some kind of I was like, man, what is that, eucalyptus or not eucalyptus? It was like some kind of effervescent smell or some shit. And my dude on the line is like, that's palmetto bug. Like the way I described it, he was like, no, that's palmetto bug. That's what a palmetto bug. I'm like, yep, that's it, dude. You're right. That was, and because I, down in the South, they had us, those flying ass roaches, those palmetto bugs and shit,
Nah,
man. And
that's crazy. I never even heard of them until now.
yeah, they're huge, dude. My wife's terrified of them. She was gonna go to college in South Carolina and Charleston and visited, and them motherfuckers were flying at her, and she was like, "Hell no!" Like, so
Oh
yeah,
man.
they have a certain smell that they leave, or whatever, and that's what it was. It's like, oh man, that's kind of gross, you know. Snake, which blew Blue's mind. He was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "No, dude, it smells like straight snake, dude." I found snake in there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Blue said he found something that he described as cold. Like when he smelled it, it smelled cold.
That's
Like, you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Yeah, weird shit, bro. Like you can't, like, you know what I mean? You can't put your, like, you have to just, and outdoors makes it even more complex because of like the range of man, it's like crazy outside with those terpenes. So you have to, like, so that pack is a treasure trove, bro. And I still got like hundreds of like the offspring of those that I made. Um, but from there I worked and refined, you know what I'm saying, from that, and I've got this, that's the skunk steps and all that shit. But yeah, um, dude, that pack was awesome. And that's a legendary pack, and I'll always, and like literally, like Blue said, people have started entire seed companies off of that pack. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah, no shit. Like it was
Yeah, it
killer.
sounds like whenever people go into popping like the Turptown tickets and on scale or even, in a tent, just it's a kind of a mystery box. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get, man. It's like literally, it's like that. It's like holy shit, and but you're not disappointed. I promise that. Hey, you're never like, okay, okay. One more like big praise of it is like this is the only pack of seeds that I've ever had where I had a hard time picking keepers. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that, I literally had a hard time. I know I am, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'll throw shit away. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. That's not it, dude. That's not it, dude. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? That's not it, dude. This was like, that might be it, bro. oh shit, that might be it, bro. Oh man, that might be it, bro. You know, like I don't know, bro. Like, you know, like so that's where it was for me. And that's the only time I've ever had that fucking happen out of any breeder's work I've ever worked with. And I was like, yeah, man. So like they hate him. They really do. They like that's why they talk so much shit is they hate him because he does have the good shit. He does have the real work. And yeah, like
Yeah, bro.
that's and I had to learn that, you know, but I, you know, I learned that through growing his shit and talking to him, and he's a good dude. Like once you get to know him, great guy, has no issues with Blue, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, bro. And so like did you get anything from that run that you wish that you would have uh had a cutting of, but just ended up uh figuring out it was that good whenever you smoked it, but just didn't have a cut of it?
yeah, man, that was the fucking soda, the lemon lime soda. Like I still kick my ass, like because it wasn't like honestly the structure on it wasn't like the strongest structure and everything, right? So it was like, but the oh my god, the bud was so amazing, and it was a standout. Like as far as like the structure and everything, it was I don't know, it was kind of viney in an aspect, you know. It was like it's kind of like laid out everywhere. You know what I mean? Like maybe like kind of like an OG plant would do, like our Pakistani or something, you know, like where it just kind of like lays out everywhere. Um, and that was like everything else has like really nice, tight, you know. So it was kind of a standout. And I don't know, I wish I had kept it. It was like hard to keep managed and everything. And I was like, man, this is, but once it finished, man, I was like, fuck, I wish I had a cut of that, man.
It's always like that, man.
It's yeah, it was. It was really. I remember smoking it, talking to Blue while I was smoking it. Like, dude, you wouldn't fucking believe this, man. And then he was like, actually, I would. I had an orange fizzy sherbet that felt. I was like, man, fuck, man, that's crazy. So anyway, he said he wants that one back too. So he's looking for that one. So if anybody's listening, anybody finds that shit, man, hit up Blue about that because he needs that shit. He wants that. And if I find it again, man, I ain't gonna let it go. I'll know, and
Awesome.
I'll know the structure. I will because it'll be different. It'll look it'll like start topping itself type like basically like it you don't have to top it. It'll just branch out that way. You know what I mean? It'll start laying over on its own self and start like a tomato plant or something. That's what it kind of looks like,
Okay.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, oh shit. So
Awesome, bro. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people have uh described the stem rugs throughout the veg and things changing, into flower. So would you say whenever you do flower, uh his genetics is it does it correlate much with the smells that you get from the veg side of things, or does it usually change completely?
okay, so yes and no. Yes, absolutely changes an aspect of indoors. It's a little more focused on the flavors and smells and shit. You can totally, you know, isolate them, so to speak. They show more isolated traits um, on the terpene production and shit. So you're like, okay, you know that. And hold on a sec, I gotta step outside real quick.
Yeah, you're good there.
Got a delivery out here. Anyway, uh, yeah. So what was the question again? I'm so sorry, I slipped there.
Oh no, you're good, bro. Uh, um, oh yeah, the terp expressions from veg to flower.
Oh yeah, the terpene expressions from veg to flower are it's indoors. They're more like I said, you know, like this is a skunk. That's pretty. It's like more monoterpene production. You know what I'm saying? More focused. You know, outdoors is such an array and spectrum, so to speak. It's like way harder. Like the stem rub isn't really indicative of you know what it's going to come out like. There are indicators for sure. Like, okay, for instance, I know that the stem rub, if it's like a dill pickle smell on the stem rub, that shit's going to be gas. That's going to be something gas of some type. It's going to be gassy. There's shit like that, and there's the skunks tend to smell and veg like anyway, like no matter where, you're gonna know when the skunks are the skunks, like for sure. Like they're gonna like you're the ones that are gonna finish like they smell in flower, I mean like in veg, are the skunks, like for sure. Like they're not gonna change. They're just gonna get stronger, in fact, in flower. And after drying and shit, it's just gonna be like, wow. So um but yeah, the other shit, like outdoors, it definitely changes. Like it changes up from like week to week when you do the stem rubs, and it for some reason, like the outdoor environment just really, it makes it harder to. It just like goes through phases or something where, like, you know what I'm saying, and it really does. It just has. Yeah, and even different sides of the property, depending on which side of the property I'm on, like different expressions, different like of the same plant, it
Hmm.
it's interesting.
Nice.
I was telling Blue about that one time. He was like, "Yeah, it's like 300 feet away. It could be totally different." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly."
Yeah,
So
bro. I mean, I'm glad I asked you that so we can for anyone listening can kind of get an idea of, you know, what to expect from each, from the expressions from veg to flower and kind of get your take on that. So, hell yeah. Um, that's oh.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
just got a
man.
notification saying that we're about to run out of time. We still got 10 minutes left, so
Hey man,
man,
I ain't
bro.
listen. Hey man, I like I can talk all day, so like I ain't trying to keep you on the phone. And like I appreciate you having me on, man. My wife just got out of the bedroom and is kind of looking like kind of angry, so I'm gonna have to see what's up about that anyway. So
Yeah, bro. I mean, if you want, because I definitely love, to have you back on and stuff. So I mean, we could wrap it up here and just pick up on uh another day.
yeah, absolutely, bro. That'd be cool, man. I'll be down anytime. Just let me know.
Awesome, bro. Well, again, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to be here and talk with us and, share your side of things. And yeah, I would definitely get you back on here. And I may reach out to you for some links that I can put in the description if you'd like that.
Yeah.
I'm totally down. And yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Of course, bro. Well, I hope you have a great day and yeah, enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, man. You too. Take care, bro.
Thanks, bro. I'll see you.